Kick it off this hour with our top story. President Trump visiting the headquarters of tool and manufacturing service company Snap-on in Wisconsin today to sign an executive order furthering his Buy American, Hire American agenda. The order is twofold: push forward reforms dealing with immigration and the H-1B visa program, and crack down on American hire policies. Joining us right now is Congressman Sean Duffy. Congressman, good to see you. Thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah. Good to see you, Maria. Thanks for having me on.
So you're hosting the president visiting your home state to tout this order today. 85,000 H-1B visas are given annually. Can this get Americans back to work? What's your take on this?
Well, first of all, I got to tell you, we're excited to have the president back in Wisconsin. The last time he was here was right around Christmas when he was on his victory tour. But coming back to say thank you to the men and women who voted him in Wisconsin. It's been 32 years since we voted for a Republican president in Wisconsin. So it's pretty cool he's coming back to roll out this executive order. And I think what he's trying to do is say, hey, listen, let's make it easier on the American worker. There's so much competition out there. Why do we want to use the H-1B visa program to bring foreign workers in that are going to compete with American skilled workers? That competition drives down their salaries, and it's bad for the American worker, and it's bad for the American economy. So I think this is one small step in the right direction in supporting the American economy and the American worker.
Congressman, right now the H-1B visa program is by lottery. It was never intended to do so. So what type of change are they looking to make hiring more advantageous for Americans?
Well, so what he's doing is giving a directive to all the agencies to say, listen, let's take a look at how this program is working, and is it really being used for the skill sets that aren't being met by the American economy. And we have some skills that we don't have enough workers to step in and fill, but there's other spaces that we actually need to bring folks in a different space, the unskilled part of the workforce. Like in my economy and over in Minnesota, we have a lot of farms. We don't have enough workers coming in and working on our dairy farms. So bringing in folks to fill in those necessary jobs to make our farms work, that's important. But when you have high-skilled labor that's coming in and competing with the American worker, I think the president's saying, let's take a second look at this, and is the program actually working as intended? And this is a double down on his promise to the American people. Again, let's buy American, let's hire American.
Congressman, economic growth is high on everybody's agenda. One of the key ingredients to faster economic growth is having a growing workforce. Do you think that the country needs to find ways to increase legal immigration, putting aside illegal immigration? What can be done on the legal immigration front to ensure that our workforce is continuing to grow to produce broader economic growth?
Yes, yeah, so I mean, we run into politics here because, you know, in the parties we have, you know, Democrats who want, you know, a comprehensive immigration reform package. Republicans are more willing to take a rifle shot approach to meet those demands in our economy. I think what's key on immigration reform is, number one, is you got to secure the border, because you don't want to give legal status to folks who are in the country unlawfully without securing the border, because we'll be in the same situation we are today with, you know, 11 or 15 million undocumented folks in the country. We'll be back in that same spot 15 years from now because you haven't secured your border. So if we secure the border like Donald Trump is doing right now, then you can bring the politics together and you can fix our work visa system, and you can deal with the folks who are here unlawfully, but this will be the last time that we'll have to do it. So I think we're in a good place, and Donald Trump being a big deal guy, I think the Hispanic community, who's been pretty angry at some of his language, would now step back and say, God, if this guy could secure the border but then come over the top and get immigration reform done, this is Donald Trump, big deal guy, in full force and effect. So I think in the next year and a half, that's a real possibility we could get immigration done.
Yeah, big deal.
And the work visas fixed.
Big deal if he can get it done.